It's your boy, BOIz. How you guys doing tonight?
Pretty good.
Yeah,
Okay.
man, I feel pretty great. I'm glad to be casting from work again. It's really nice to actually get paid to do this.
Are you gonna be getting any of your those days off?
Yeah, well, I'm talking to my boss about it. We can work it out, man. Like, but what I'm saying is, like, who the hell needs CPM when you can just cast from work and get paid, like, both hands, right?
Yeah.
Oh, real money?
Yeah, real
grab,
money,
grab
man.
that cash.
Any way you can, son. Oh, man.
CPM help easy.
Oh, my God. I'm never going to live that down, am I?
Yeah, you might.
I might. Not with you
Could be
guys.
a lot
Holy
of
shit. You guys are elephants, man. You never forget anything. But for real, like kind of a slow week in the world of KOF. At least we had a couple things happen, standard. But we'll be getting to those shortly. But first, I want to introduce my castmates because I don't think I do this enough. I've actually been meaning to do this at the beginning of every show, but sometimes I forget. So first up, we have our resident geriatric extraordinaire, Manchester, a.k.a. Gibby, a.k.a. my big brother, Darius Fields.
Yes, how's it going? Yeah, you forgot to put your Lord and Master as well.
Oh, my lord, current lord and master, yes. I'm currently, like, getting my papers looked at. Up next, we have our... What is your title, Walkman? Like...
I don't know.
You never can decide on a title. You're our esports specialist.
I wouldn't even say I go as far as that. I'm just the guy that comes up with a bunch of dumb shit. So I don't know. Marketing.
Yeah. All right, we can work with that. And then up next we have now he was the fact checker, but he seems to have taken on some more roles. Our good friend Alex Sanchez. Who,
I'm now in charge of human resources.
Human resources. So if you guys have a problem with your paycheck, talk to him.
So wait, if I don't get my CPM, it's this guy's fault?
Exactly. He's taking it all
Yeah,
for himself.
I want that. I
You're
want
taking
those
it all and
freaking.
spending it all at 420, aren't you?
No, man, he's out there buying pupusas.
Yeah, where's my stream dimes? Come on, dude. I need a shiny nickel every now and again.
And the newest addition to our team and I'm going to use his real title here. He's like our moderator. He's also, one of the most well-spoken guys I've ever met in my life, and he makes me feel like an idiot every time I try to hold a conversation with him. Good friend Paul, Super Effects.
What's going on?
How you doing? There.
Another day.
I've never asked you, how do you feel about joining this team finally? Because, it would seem so natural for you to be on here.
Well, we're all friends, so I mean, it fits.
Yeah, it's real nice. So, officially welcome aboard, I guess.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Now, with those formalities out of the way, what do we have for us today? We have the Runback, we have WGC, which is a hotbed of blow-ups, and some other random shit that happened throughout the weekend that I caught a few of them, but honestly, man, trying to, look at Twitter and figure out what's going on is the most, annoying shit in the world. Because nobody ever posts links. They just post reactions.
Yeah. People were just putting up reactions and, bragging about, one or two things here and there, and everything else was in French. And even the French posts weren't even, what's the word? Good. Yeah, good.
I mean, you speak French? I can't even tell, man.
Yeah. Parlez-vous, a little bit of Frenchy poo or whatever. I don't know, French fries. Hell.
Frenchy poo? Is that what they call it?
Yeah.
Well,
Yo, dog, they're freedom fries.
Yeah. Sorry.
Get it right, man. We've only got 2 more strikes left.
It's true.
But yeah, we had to run back, and I heard who has the results for that actually? Who's running that?
Run-back results were first place was Team Days Ricardo Diaz, second place Arcade Chuck Reynolds, third place Team Chaos's The Beast.
All right, not bad. Team Diaz, that's new.
Team Days.
Team Days.
Yeah.
Oh,
I get it. Yeah.
Days with a Z.
Oh God.
is it with an I or a Y?
Is that a rapper?
I think it is with a Y. Let me.
Yeah, it's pretty much. It's with a Y. It's with a Y.
Okay.
What exactly is that?
It's his
It's
team.
his team.
Yeah.
He just kind of started his own team, and it's a bunch of the Orange County kids, and people who he's played with. Some of the UCI people are officially Team Days now. I don't know the exact all the people who are in it, but it's his thing.
Okay, and I'm assuming this is sort of a Team Chaos kind of thing, where just a group of guys that get together and they work it out, train together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it seems to be.
Okay, that's cool. Real nice of him to do that.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be a Team Days training house where they all live in squalor and play 40 hours a day.
Oh shit.
Visit someplace like that.
We'll call it the Zark.
Yeah. No one will ever catch it.
Oh shit. Well, I mean, like, was he ever part of Team Chaos? Like,
No, he was
I
never
don't
part
I
of
think
it.
we were all part of Team Chaos at some point.
yeah, I think they tried to give me a T-shirt, but it wasn't fitting me or something. It was in my fatter days.
Yeah, they didn't have any
Part of-
shirts that fit black people.
You know what? I had those suspicions, but I didn't want to say anything because they were all really nice to me.
They were all Mexican sized.
Ah, that's what it was.
Cunning bastards. All right, so Diaz went over on Reynald, huh?
Yeah,
Yep.
he ended up knocking him in the losers or in the winners finals. Reynolds beat the Beast pretty convincingly in losers finals. Then what was it? I think it was 2-0 in grand finals. I don't think Reynolds won a match at all that night against Ricardo.
Okay, that's
How unfortunate.
yeah. Team Arcade Shock is this is a road bump. It's a speed bump. That's all, man. The train's still moving.
I think we're pretty much Team Arcade Slop right now.
Yeah, we're in a fucking slot bucket. Just throw us out in the trash.
The thing we didn't know until after, apparently, though, was that Reynolds was playing karate most of the night, but the final station actually didn't have DLC on it.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was the other thing.
That
So
is not good.
That's something that always needs to be checked on. Cap1, I know you're listening, and I know you're the one usually running the event, and I think that's probably why it didn't have DLC, because you weren't there. And I'm not joking when I say this. I mean, I really do think it didn't have DLC because Cap1 wasn't there to check.
Dude, people don't listen to us. Didn't we say it like last week? If you want somebody to run your tournament right, get Cap1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys need to listen. Think about it. Well, so Arcade Slop gets screwed by No Mr. Karate on the PS3. It seems like something they could have easily remedied, because obviously he was on other setups, right?
Right, he was on all the other setups, actually, from what I could tell. There were 3 setups that were run for the tournament, and as nobody else complained about a lack of DLC, so I assume it was on all 3.
Huh. And they couldn't just switch him out?
That would've-
I don't think you know what? I don't think anybody said anything.
Yeah.
I honestly don't think Reynolds said anything to anybody about it. In fact, like I said, none of us knew until after finals were over.
Yeah, that's when I found out.
So,
I mean, I'm not saying that if Karate was available that he would have won, obviously, because that's, he plays a multitude of characters.
yeah, well, and he apparently got clowned pretty bad anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know that Karate would have made up for it, but the fact is that it should have been there.
Right.
Yeah, whether he would have won or lost doesn't matter. The fact that it wasn't there is kind of bad. I guess Cap1 saying that the old PS3s don't have any DLC on it, and what I remember seeing another one, and Zappelli saying there's always one console without DLC.
And
That's
they
what
were
I know.
using it to stream
Yeah.
off of. Yowza! Well, better luck next time, brother. Good shit to the Beast for getting third place. Nobody. Who else was showing up to this thing?
4th was Ziwa, and then you had Kane and Duck tied for 5th.
Then I think Abe and I
We got
tied
about
for eight.
16.
Oh wow,
I
nice.
think. We've been Runback has been sitting at around 16 to 20 normally every week lately.
All right, I like that.
So
Ah.
I can't complain about that at all.
Actually, my prostate brings up a good point in chat. He said the problem is that this is on PS3. Paul, would you like to chime in on that?
Oh Lord, PS3 is the worst platform to play this game on. The lag is so terrible. I mean the fact that some of the consoles that we have to play on have been so used that the ports are burned out, so that you have to use basically a multi-tap plugged into player 1 is where both people plug their controller or stick into.
Holy shit.
And I'm sure that's even more lag.
Yep.
Does that even have an external power source?
No, it doesn't.
Well, then,
I
yeah, you're
literally
definitely
had
getting lag.
I had not played on PS3 since Evo. I've been playing only, and this is the first tournament I've played since Evo too. I played on Xbox for the last basic 3 months since I started playing the game again. I couldn't do combos. I couldn't do a combo.
That's pretty fucking terrible.
Yeah.
And it's I've been saying for quite some time that the PS3 does have some lag to it. It's just no one seems to care.
Well, you want to know why, right? Because remember, like, there was that thread on Facebook, like, before, I think. Yeah. And, you know, I was saying that it was there. There were people who didn't even play the game, like, seriously, that were like, yeah, this is kind of unresponsive, you know? And then there was other people, who I won't name, who were very, you know, very adamant that we were out of our fucking minds, you know? And I guess, you know, that side won out, or maybe plans had already been made, and so they couldn't be switched over to Xbox. Although I'm starting to see now that more and more tournaments are actually using Xbox as the platform in general.
Well, I think the biggest problem is that, you know, everybody used PS2, obviously, as the console of choice in the previous generation, because it was what everything was on.
Yeah.
So I assume that people just bought PS3s at the very beginning of the console cycle, assuming that it would also be the standard. Well, it turns out that everybody developed on Xbox and then ported it to PS3, and all the ports are terrible. They're all laggy. A lot of them drop frames, things like Marvel, and now it's too late. Because, I wouldn't be able to justify buying a whole new fleet of systems either if I was a TO. So I understand the position they're in. But it's still terrible. I agree that, you know, a lot of people have PS3s at home, and that it's my fault for not having the experience lately. That's on me, but it still sucks.
Yeah, I've been saying that for a year now. So, hey, Roger Dodger, I was right.
All right.
Just want to put that out there real quick. Moving on now. WCG finally happened, and I mean, first I'm going to say I'm a little disappointed because remember they were actually putting together some kind of donation drive to. Well, at the time they were trying to bring Bala there, even though you know there were many other talented players who, you know, many who probably would beat him, and one who definitely already had. Who were on the list to get, you know, the donations to show up, and I think only Cafe Matt KOF showed up because he was planning to anyway. I don't know if he had any aid for that or anything, but yeah, I was kind of upset. I mean, I wasn't upset, but I was just disappointed that, you know, like Shoki didn't show up, and a lot of the other international players weren't, you know, around, there in action. So, but I heard it was still pretty cool.
Yeah, the only international players who showed outside of Cafe Id were players from outside of France.
Okay.
Oh, and so you know, Chris, it's WGC, not WCG.
Damn it!
Which is a big difference.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm checking the ticker right now.
Yeah, I don't think that 10-year-old prodigy was beating anybody at LOL.
Are you saying that LoL is harder than KOF?
I'm
No,
not
he's just saying
shit.
that World Cyber Games is
Don't
not
quote me,
World
boy,
Games Cup.
because I ain't said shit.
No. They're a little different, Chris. They're a little different.
It's just so damn hard to remember which one is which.
It's not your fault, dude. It's all the acronyms, man. I get really crazy with your EMPs and your WCGs and your VXGs and your Mike Ross's crotch or whatever the fuck the other one is.
Oh, your P90X.
There you go. Proud sponsors of Shady K.
But yeah, I mean, it looked like Mad KOF pretty much won that for free.
Yeah, he pretty much dominated the entire event. Outside of the 5-on-5 team event, which I didn't see them play, but Gunsmith pretty much confirmed they were just sticking around the whole time.
Yeah, I heard about that because, you know, he lost a team. They lost a team tournament, and then Gunsmith tweeted me saying like, "Oh yeah, now Bad KOF respects France. He doesn't think they're free anymore."
No, I doubt it.
Yeah, I was kind of like, I got $1,000 on that being like the complete opposite tomorrow, you know?
I mean, watching top three Sunday morning, I was half asleep because it was so early, but it was basically like Fox played Mad, got clowned really bad. Then Fox played Tokido. It was semi-close. And then Mad clowned Tokido.
Yep.
Like, it didn't look like anyone had given him any trouble.
Man, that must be nice, you know, to be at a level where you can go to, like, you know, an international major and it's like, you know, beating kids at the Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah?
I kind of wonder where, you know, where France and Europe think they stand on the world scene right now.
Ask
that's what I was
Gibby.
gonna say right now. But, this is the thing. A lot of the French players I've talked to over the past year, they've insisted they are quite possibly the best in the world outside of, say, Korea or Japan or Mexico. They'll always say like one region is stronger than they are. But for the most part, there really was nothing impressive from most of their players this time around. Like they're not bad, but they're not amazing either.
France is the second strongest master of this hole.
Yep.
The real question is, who wins? NorCal
Shut
or
up,
France?
dude!
Well, I don't know. I think France's 10-year-old is better than NorCal's 10-year-old.
I'm pretty sure Hell Pockets is older than 10 years old.
Oh my god!
I'm talking about that other 10-year-old.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, you know which one. Yeah, I'm looking at the results for WGC. So first was Mad KOF, second Tokido, third Fox. Fox got second place last year to Mr. KOF. After that, fourth place is Luffy, fifth Quunkster, also tied for fifth Will Tupac. Seventh is our boy Salim, and also tied for seventh is Ken Sozang. There are quite a few French players who are well known who didn't place top 8. Also, the child didn't place top 8.
You mean the Prodigy?
Yeah, I purposely omitted that. I'm not going to say that because he's not. But yeah, he didn't get top 8. And, I didn't expect him to get top 8, to be honest with you. I figured he'd go far because he did clown like some of France's best players in that team tournament, and that's the only thing that impressed me. But at the same time, I know a lot of the way those players think is like, oh, you know, you're no one, you're a kid. I'm just gonna mess around with you. So I assume that they lost because they just didn't take him seriously. Come to find out, after the event, they did some money matches or just like first whatever sets. Mad KOF destroyed Fox, I believe it was 7-0, and this kid Wawa destroyed Free NL 3-0. So yeah, I can't really say they didn't take him seriously.
Wow.
And Frianel is considered to be one of France's strongest players, even though you don't really see it too much in these majors.
Jeez, how do you lose a money match to a kid?
Can't even gamble!
Maybe we should get Frianel on here and ask him sometime.
We should.
That'd be nice.
You should ask him where your money's at, too.
I'm probably being spent on some Beyblades or whatever the fuck kids are into these days.
Is that what 10-year-olds?
What is it? The Sky.
Oh, Skylanders?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Well, okay, so that was pretty much the talk of the weekend. This 10-year-old quote unquote prodigy. What are all your opinions on him exactly? From what you guys saw, if you did see it.
Well, I mean, I saw the replay of the team matches, and I really only watched one, and it was kind of like, you know, he lost his Iori, and then he just, you know, went straight dummy mode on with Kyo, and nobody really thought that, you know, I guess they just underestimated him. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I know they were probably taking him seriously, but at the same time, they were just like, you know, he's not going to block this cross-up, and he did, and they were just kind of like, oh shit, I did not prepare for this. So, and he was solid on his combos. I was impressed by that.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he really dropped anything.
Sanchez?
Fuck kids. Like, he's good. He's definitely far better than some of the players in NorCal. But I really hate when people blow smoke up kids' asses and call them prodigies. Because think about your personal career, everyone that's listening, about playing these video games. How old were you when you were able to do a combo in any fucking fighting game? You know, if you've been playing for a while, you were probably doing them relatively young. So there's nothing that he's showing me that is worthy of him being a prodigy. It's like, did he just beat Mad KOF in a money match? Like, did he just call out Bala for, like, you know, playing for his Tonka trucks or some shit? Like, none of this is happening. He hasn't done really anything to impress me beyond the scope of, hey, it's a kid. He's good. Yeah, he's good. Also, kids have a bunch of fucking inherent advantages when it comes to video games. They get to play them all day. Because they're fucking kids. I have my own personal standard of never losing to anyone younger than me.
Have you broken your own rule before?
Nope.
Okay.
I played Jace the Ace at Arcade Infinity the first time he was coming up, and he would like shit it on people in that tournament. I beat the crap out of him, 2-0'd him, and told him to drive himself to the arcade the next time.
Good shit.
Yeah, dude, I really don't like it when they just blow these kids up and then they don't do anything because they just get full of themselves.
Yeah, that's the thing is I honestly didn't see this, but I mean we definitely had, you know, whatever Noah the Prodigy here, and nobody cares. Literally, it's like you're not winning tournaments. Why are people blowing smoke up this kid's ass? It's like, okay, your parents, I think you're pretty good. That's great. It's good to have positive reinforcement. I don't care. It's not a thing. You're just another average player. Age shouldn't matter. In fact, I don't know how old most of the people I play in tournament are. It doesn't matter. It's pointless.
Yeah. Walkman?
I actually didn't see any of it. I did hear about it. I hear that, yeah, like, I mean, standard play was somewhat solid, but I hear he did really iffy recas with the Ori and such, where it's just like, let him go, and then, you know, there's obviously things that need to be learned, but I mean, I don't know, probably better than a lot of people that are playing in the States, but not like it's anything impressive. It's just that should be kind of where everybody else should be, you know, like at a standard level.
And actually, more to the point would be, do you really want your kid around this?
Yeah.
I mean, he's 10. I'm not sure if it's just bad parenting or stupid parenting, which, you know, is a subset of bad parenting. But you're going to bring your kid around some of the most foul-mouthed, just ignorant motherfuckers on the planet.
Well put.
I would not want, if I had a child, and thankfully I never will, not want a kid of mine to be around the fighting game community. I just wouldn't. Not until they were old enough to know right from wrong, and that most of these people eat shit daily.
Literally eat shit.
Ooh.
You better watch out because some people be walking up and be like, hey, you want to be sponsored? All you gotta do is stop going to school and just keep playing these video games.
Dude, TTC's probably calling Wawa right now. It's like, hey, our other one's washed up, dude. He's no longer a thing.
Kid
You gotta
ain't
get on
cute
this
no more.
shit.
Get the teens. Puberty set in.
He's 13. You ain't cute anymore. Ain't adorable.
But then you think, like, this kid is 10. He should be playing with friends and going to school. Why is he competing in tournaments?
He has the ability to actually play football or baseball.
Hasn't it been proven, like, when you push kids like this at a really young age that it fucks them up mentally for life?
Well, if he starts thinking... Well, you got to think, like, you know, like you said, there's a lot of foul-mouthed, ignorant people within the FGC, but I think that exists within any community. So, I mean, you can't really keep him from out of it just because of that element. I think you gotta, like, you know, sort of just be there with him and make sure he knows that, hey man, all because that dude is going around, you know, calling people out of their name doesn't mean you should do that because you're a 10-year-old, and if you talk shit to somebody, he'll probably beat the shit out of you.
Well, you see, I'd agree with you on that, but this community isn't a family-friendly one in general, and it's not really that good for kids. Like maybe when you've like hit a certain age, but I mean, you're mostly going to be hanging around with people in their early 20s. You know, like if there was more children, and you know, thanks to things like Marvel and Street Fighter Cross Tekken, we have that. But it's just like it's really not a good environment for anyone or anything. I would say that while I enjoy being a part of the community, I could say that I have not really benefited from it other than interactions with other people that I have made and people that I've met. But other than that, I mean, it's more just like a place to blow off steam and, you know, just talk like a sailor and do whatever.
And honestly, 10-year-old kids are not finding out about the competitive gaming scene without somebody's help.
That's also true.
I mean, as much as we want to say that gaming is in the mainstream, fighting games are becoming bigger, compared to what they were, sure. But this kid probably found out about tournaments because his parents. And as a parent, why are you gonna do that to your kid? Literally, why would you do that? And on the off chance that he found out about it himself, as a parent, you'd be like, nah, maybe when you're older. Because those people are not people I want you to hang around with while you're 10.
Well, maybe. Let's look at it from a different perspective. Maybe the parents are going for an early, scared, stupid approach. They're like, all right, we're going to take you to a fighting game tournament. You think this is what you like? Well, look at that big guy with the dreads vomiting on himself because he drank too much. There's a set the two money match he can't possibly win. Is this what you want to do in life?
And let's all hope that this is not like that dad who is the Little League coach, who is that asshole yelling at the umpire and like starting fistfights in the parking lot. Let's hope
Dude,
it's not
that would be like an awesome element to this scene.
Well, actually, did you ever hear about the Magneto Maniac money match a couple of years ago?
Yes.
This was amazing because it was a guy that called out Wong to... Actually, I don't think it was Wong originally, but Wong ended up stepping up to the plate to play him in MVC1. Because this guy had been, you know, doing it big on GGPO and just giving people the bop. So he gets a pretty high-stakes money match with Wong, and he wins. But he's relatively young at the time, so his dad was there fronting the money. So they started calling the dad Mr. Maniac because he was pretty much going off. So there's actually a point in the footage, if you want to find it on YouTube, you can look for Justin Wong versus Magneto Maniac. And there's a point where you see the dad step up in front of the projection screen, hold his wallet up in the air, and just slam it down on the ground because his kid just beasted Wong. Most inspirational thing you'll ever watch. Like, that's true love right there.
I can understand supporting your child in things, but to force them into it, you know, obviously is problematic. And I mean, you should do research about these things, and you should know that these aren't the most healthy of environments.
Yeah, and Magman was at least already 16 or 17 when that money match took place. That he's definitely, when you're that age, you definitely have, you know, fully formed to an extent that you're already going to be out doing ill shit anyway.
Yeah. I'm just like,
I don't know about you, but I've never met anyone who was drinking at 10. I've definitely met a lot of people who were drinking at 16.
Okay, that's
very true.
I'm just reminded of that story I keep hearing about where, like, some kid was at a tournament and his parents were there watching him, and then somebody came up behind him and just started, like, talking hella shit, like, who the fuck names their kid whatever, right? And, like, the parents turn around and they're like, excuse me? And he's like, oh, no, I didn't mean nothing by that, but your kid's got a funny-ass name. You know, this whole situation can breed very awkward exchanges. And it also reminds me of, like, and getting back to, like, you know, the blowing smoke part, like, with Noah and, you know, possibly with Wawa, you know, people are impressed because I guess they assume that only the adults play at that level or even bothering to, like, you know, come to these tournaments and compete. It's kind of like the same thing when a girl shows up. Remember when a girl used to show up to a tournament and people would just be like, yo, man, she did Raging Demon. She's the fucking best. And you're just like, I mean, well, yeah, I've never seen a girl do Raging Demon before.
Exactly what we're trying to get away from?
Yes, that's exactly what we're trying to get away from. So we can't really afford to, you know, I don't want to say give the kid a pass, but why
just
the fuck?
Don't glorify it. It's not about giving him a pass. Just treat him like everybody else. He's just another player. He just showed up.
Yeah.
Did he win? No, he didn't. Then why do you care?
Exactly.
I mean, even if he had made top 8, I would have said, all right, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Because especially since it's not only that he's young, it's that he came from nowhere. Like, he was an unknown before this, too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That matters. That matters more than him being 10
Yes.
to me.
Because he beat several name players coming from nowhere, and he beat them pretty handily. And so, if anything, I'm not saying you can't root for this kid, but don't root for him because he's a kid. Root for him because you actually liked his play style, because he came from nowhere, because it's a hero story or some shit, right? Maybe that you get off on that. But if you're just it's a kid beating Freenel, it's that pretty much debases everybody else above him. Because that means, if you don't beat this guy and you're not 10 years old, then it doesn't mean shit, even if this guy's hella good, I just think it just...
Which brings up another point of when people don't take kids seriously.
Yes.
It's listen, if he wants to play in this tournament, I want him out of the brackets. I'm going to make sure I play my best, and he loses. If he happens to beat me, then maybe he's actually good. Why am I going to steal from him the opportunity to test himself?
Yeah, that's true.
I respect that.
That's like those people that give the catch-22 when they do something against a girl or something. It's like, oh, she beat me because she's a girl because I let her win. When in reality they got destroyed or something, It's like that kind of fucking double standard where it's like, oh, I got this sweet get out of jail free card I can play. Oh, I let him win because he was a kid, or something like that.
Well, speaking of surprise victories, I had forgot this was happening, but Milpitas Golfland was holding a KOF tournament, I guess, last week, and or was it Milpitas Golfland or it was some KOF tournament happening around here, and some it was NorCal, yeah, it was probably Milpitas, and yeah, Reiki won it. And it wasn't. It was a full bracket. There was at least 8 people, and there was the previous champion Thruston. That he showed up and he actually beat him to win. Well, he didn't beat him to win, but he knocked him into losers and he didn't get back out. That's right. Reiki won a tournament.
Good for Reiki.
Yeah. I really want to see the replay
it's
of
the
that.
first of many.
Yeah. I mean, is there footage of this? Does it exist?
I don't know. I don't know if it was streamed or if it was just whatever, but I just, I've been hearing about it. I looked at the bracket and there it is. He actually met Thruston during the bracket and knocked him into losers. So, I mean, Gibby can't believe it.
Yeah, I'm having a tough time believing this. Thrust, I haven't seen Thruston play since last NCR, but when I played him last NCR, he was much, much better than the majority of NorCal players were at the time. And the Reiki hasn't really evolved as a player. He's still the same as he was a year and a half ago. So it's kind of hard for me to see this play out this way. But good shit for him winning it. It's just hard for me to believe it. I'm not saying he didn't win, of course, but
yeah, exactly.
I think Gibby's trying to say it's all fabricated.
Hey, we can't say anything not having seen what happened.
Oh yeah.
So good shit to him.
But yeah, that's all I was gonna say. It's good shit, Reiki, and then N4US took second, and I forgot who got third. I think that Lamborghini guy. I think they were telling me. Who got third?
Lamborghini Mercy.
I think so.
Yo, chick, she's so thirsty.
Thank you.
I didn't see the full results, but yeah, that was it was pretty much the regulars that had been going there showed up, plus a couple extra ones. So we had some new faces show up, I guess. So that's interesting.
I'm actually a little curious as to what happened after the tournament, because obviously first and second place, right? These guys, they're dudes, they're guys. Do you think that they combined their winnings and went to share a milkshake afterwards? Just kind of go to some 50s old-timey diner you guys have up in NorCal and just, stare into each other's eyes. It's like, we made it, man. The troubles are fucking over.
Oh, did they have the walk off into the sunset high five moment?
Yeah, dude.
Is this just the precursor for the Sanchez run back? Freaking.
I think so.
Running that montage, getting that hope up, only to be utterly crushed once again.
To keep hope alive.
Ivan Drago, their Apollo Creed.
Yeah, pretty
must
much.
break him.
Yep.
Dude, that's cool. I mean, like, I'm proud of him for doing that. So, you know, good shit to
yeah,
Reiki.
sure.
Hopefully, whatever he did to win, hopefully he can repeat that in later tournaments, because we do have a Lost in Space coming up, and actually it's coming up in April. So there's actually nothing happening this month. But you know, I'm eager to see him play again in competition. And if he beats me, then I'm just like, yep, he's solid. I'm done. Just gonna commentate from now on.
That's the level it takes to be solid. Just beating you.
Yep, you're the best player in the world, Gibby.
Damn.
Wow. Well, I'm gonna tell you, Chris. If you just give up and quit, there's no way that NorCal is gonna get better.
I know, man. It's terrible. I don't even practice with these guys. It's not like I don't want to, although part of it is. It's more like I don't have the time to do it. The meeting times are so fucking weird that everything happens when I'm at work. So that's partially why I don't want to do it, is because like I get off work and I gotta drive all the way over to fucking Milpitas. I'm just like, hey.
Yeah, that's a pretty hefty drive.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, in case you missed it last week, Skullgirls is making millions of dollars to bring content to players. Actually, that's going to be awesome.
I'm very interested by that campaign they're taking.
So let's take a look here. Out of the $150,000 they needed to raise by the end of the month, they have $298,000.
They're pretty close.
I think they have this, dude.
They're pretty close.
Yeah, I'm no mathemagologist, but I think they're close.
What's really nice
what
was,
exactly does this mean, Alex?
Confirmed, we're getting Squiggly. And we are also getting the stage that's going to be respective to Squiggly. We're going to get a story mode for Squiggly. And reaching 375,000, which is the golden number for me now, meaning we get Big Band, the first male character in the game who is a gigantic, cute-looking saxophone robot.
And that's what I'm waiting for. Because
if you don't like sax robots, you're a terrorist. I'm just going to throw that out there.
I mean, if you combine Sax Robot with Q, great character right there.
Exactly.
there's actually more than that too. If you guys have been watching any of the Salty Cupcake streams, especially last week's, they revealed that there are sub-milestones pretty much. At 250,000, there's going to be an alternate voice track for Republican Double, which has already been succeeded. So KG Tang will be doing that. I think at 350, they said that they would do Robo Fortune. And then I think around 550, they said they might do Mike Z, Real Soviet Announcer, or Dirt Wheel. And on top of that, they've also revealed 10 hours ago that they're going to be putting in another stage into Skullgirls that is just a bonus one, you know, just for whatever. Like, everybody's going to get it. It's not particularly for anyone. It's the River King Casino, so that should be really cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
They actually have a concept art, too, of the stage.
Yeah.
If you want to check that out on the Indiegogo link for it.
Yep.
We'll put that up
and
in the
the
chat
Salty Cupcakes is every Thursday night, I believe, correct, Alex?
That's right.
Yep.
On
and
it.
they stream from just a cupcake shop and like
called
bistro
Fruitsy.
place. So,
Yeah. It's on
Out here in
twitch.tv/86th Thursdays. I think around 8 or 9 is usually when they start. Obviously Pacific.
Right. But yeah, it's really good to see that a lot of money is rolling in for them because they're just trying to support their game and they're trying to do good work. And I mean, if anybody saw the article that was posted about it, they're obviously not doing this just for the money. They're doing it because they love it. So
Yeah.
that's what we need to support. I mean, if you like the game, you don't have to support it.
Oh, no. Actually, speaking of supporting games that are being developed independently, at least this was good news for me. And before the obvious jokes begin, Main 6 is actually reviving the Fighting is Magic project without ponies. So the joke is dead. They've
But it's
actually
never gonna be dead, man.
Well, that joke is
But yeah,
dead.
I saw that too.
And I think that's really cool because you're actually going to receive aid from Laura Faust, who's the designer and creator of the Finding Friendship is Magic series. I mean, it's kind of it's more of a shot in morale, if anything else, I think.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't say that this is beating a dead horse?
Oh Lord, man, we're not doing the horse jokes, are you?
Dude, Chris has been talking to so much about this fucking main six thing that I'm pretty sure his voice is a little hoarse.
Yeah. I want to take all your jokes to the glue factory at this point.
Damn it! That was my next one.
All right.
I guess we can put out the pasture.
Yeah,
But I think it was nice
Next-
that Mike Z was actually saying that they should just develop it on his engine. And
After I've just face planted on my desk.
I think that'd be cool. Rather than using Fighter Maker, use the same thing that was used to make Skullgirls. I would definitely approve of that. Considering it probably also has better multi-platform support if they legitimately want to release it out on multiple things.
Is that something that they can actually just port over, or do they have to rebuild it from scratch, though? Because they're planning on
They
using
probably
the same engine.
build it. But they could reuse their animations and whatnot. They just have to rebuild things. But I'm pretty sure. I mean, I don't know the specifics of Mike Z's engine. I haven't seen it, but I'm pretty sure. I think it's supposed to be optimized for obviously making fighting games. So I'm not sure how difficult it'd be, but I'm sure it would take work. But I don't know how much exactly.
Well, it's not going
I
to
wouldn't
be
imagine
yet before
it'd be
Evo,
that
so.
Yeah.
Especially when they already have. Well, I guess they have to redraw all the sprites too. So, but whatever. They do it in Flash, so I'm pretty sure it's really easy to using the. God, what is that animation style? It's like rotate and clone, I believe it's called. So yeah.
Got me on that one.
Yeah, but no, they're gonna have a completely new cast because they can't use any of the sprites that they made. And if they did go on Mike Z's, they'd have to rebuild the whole engine again, which might not be a bad idea because I mean nobody really knows what it played like anyway, so nobody can really be that disappointed, I guess.
People have actually played it, and one of my friends played it at Evo actually.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it wasn't like it was like I haven't been hearing huge things about the gameplay, you know.
Well, that's kind of what I worry about is that, a lot of people weren't necessarily even playing it for the gameplay. I mean, a lot of people definitely said they were stoked for it, but when it's going to be different characters, are people actually going to play it is the question.
Right.
I hope they do, especially if they were people who supported the original project and that they would continue to support this team even with a completely original IP. I'm just not totally convinced that they will.
Right, and that's something I've been thinking about also, because the horses were a big part of why some people were interested in this game. I'm just interested in indie fighting games in general. So there's been a lot of debate on this isn't going to work because there are no ponies in this, right? And I kind of feel like that's pretty valid because most of the people who were really hyped for this game weren't even fighting game players, you know? It was people who were just trying to get, more franchise goodies. I mean, I still wish them more. I still wish them luck, and hopefully, with some big recognition, they can actually, decide whether or not they want to refine the system or rebuild it from scratch or go with it as it is. I don't know. I've never touched it, so I can't really say if it's worth doing one way or the other. But it's really good to see that these guys are able to pull themselves out of the shithole and make something good out of this, especially with the help of a professional. So,
Yeah,
congrats to them for that.
But, and speaking of the shithole,
Oh boy.
IPL 6 got canceled today, officially.
Oh, they officially canceled it, huh?
Yeah, the official statement came down after, basically everyone was already assuming that it wasn't going to happen.
Man, Mike Ross has been talking up and down about how he's homeless and shit.
All right.
He's spilling the beans, man.
By Mike Ross being homeless, he means he lost a mansion.
He's still got 3 more? Is that what you're trying to
Yeah,
tell
dude.
me?
It's like, man, if I lose another mansion, I'm only gonna have the manor and the estate left. Times are tough, man.
I have to stop making payments on my private island. God damn.
All right, guys, we're gonna have to make some budget cuts. 50% less Fabergé eggs, and our to go entirely. We're overdoing this, guys.
But obviously, this doesn't signal good things at all for IPL.
No.
More and more, it is looking like the death of IPL may may not just be a rumor. I mean, unless they get a buyer, I'm pretty sure they're going down. I think everybody knew that, but the writing is on the wall a lot sooner and a lot faster, I think, than most people assume.
Which I find to be rather unfortunate, honestly. I mean, I was willing to see how IPL would play out, you know?
Well, we discussed it last week. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it definitely, but yeah, it's more, like you said, more set in stone facts about, you know, that there just may not be a lot of money in doing this.
Well, that's definitely a valid concern, because really, like, how much money can you really make from that model? You know, like, everybody just kind of assumes, like, you know, everybody's gonna want to advertise on this, you know, on this event, so we'll get money from the ads, and then, you know, when that sort of just falls through, then all of a sudden everything else starts falling apart, you know, and then like your benefactor pulls support from it, and you're kind of left swinging in the wind there.
Yeah.
And so like that, I think that once again, you know, dictates to the importance of actually having a homegrown kind of operation going there, rather than just having a bunch of venture capitalists, which is a word I learned from you last week. So thanks for that.
No problem.
Yeah, a bunch of venture capitalists coming in and just throwing money at you to make something happen, and you know, they had the right people behind them. I think they had the right people working with them. It's just
I wouldn't go that far.
you don't think so?
No.
Well, the people I knew
think
that was working with them were definitely seemed like
they definitely had some good people working for them. They also had some people that a lot of people who play fighting games would not consider the best or most reliable people.
Okay.
Because people like Jedi Rob, who run Devastation,
Oh,
have
right.
been known to not pay people on time.
Or ever.
Or, yes, ever in some cases.
Well, yes,
So-
that is terrible. I mean, at the same time, I can't really say it's something new, because like, if you've been in this scene longer than 5 or 6 years, you know, people sometimes go without getting paid for shit.
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely not a new thing. It's just really unfortunate that it's still a thing,
Right.
and that people are willing to still give people the nth chance to make good on promises. When, I mean, why?
I think people just forget.
I guess it's really easy to forget when somebody's saying they're going to give you money.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Man, the topic that could be born from that one statement right now.
I would gladly pay you Tuesday for a tournament today.
Man, I know we promised not to talk about it, so I'm not going to say anything.
we're not talking about
We're not going to talk about that shit. I know, but damn, that was like the perfect
yeah,
segue.
I definitely made my feelings on that clear on Twitter yesterday. So
Yeah, I don't want to make you fucking go nuts on that again.
yeah, it's not worth bringing up, honestly.
All right, well, let's keep talking about IPL, because this is actually a problem, because a lot of people were actually, you know, there were a lot of community people were excited for it. You know, like they were actually
and
willing
there
to work
was a
with
lot
us.
of they had done their best, I think, from what little they know of the community, or they knew at the time, to try to bring in community representatives and people who have worked with the community. And while I laud them for that, I feel like it was just incomplete. They didn't necessarily do their research or talk to the right people. Or, you know, it's even possible that some of the people who were brought in were just, they didn't know enough. And then maybe everybody didn't know enough at the time. I don't know.
Yeah, it just sucks to have to learn that while the ship is sinking. You know.
Well, yeah, and I mean, and it's not fun to have to say, you know, sit out here and just say, oh well, Jedi Rob is kind of a scumbag because he didn't pay people. That seems really easy to do, but if you've ever actually talked to the guy, he does seem genuinely excited about trying to help the community and stuff like that. And honestly, I don't know what the reasons for all the problems with Devastation were, but I just know facts, and the facts are people didn't get paid, and that needs to be a foundation of your judgment of somebody.
Right.
Like, if you're in a business and you are not completing a transaction that business claimed to make, then they're not a good business.
Simple as
That's
that. Simple
Yeah.
as that. Well, now what happens? You know, now like is the community events like pretty much the only place to go now again? Is that it?
That's well, that's the thing is I don't think anybody really knows actually. I mean, because there was talk that IPL was going to have some sort of hand in East Coast events like Final Round. I mean, there was definitely rumors like that swirling, but I'm assuming that's way off the table and probably has been for a long time. With at least a week and a half. Right now, it's looking like we just have the Evo series again. We're kind of back to that because MLG has sort of pulled away from fighting games again.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, going forward in the sort of esports model, I don't know what's there for us at this point, unless you want to consider Evo esports, which is a discussion in its own right.
I think some people are starting to kind of see it that way a little bit.
Yeah,
It's not quite there yet, but you know.
it's definitely more of a convention than it was 4 or 5 years ago.
I mean, oh well, right? What are you gonna do?
Yeah,
Man, this
kind
is
of
so
cool.
sad. I mean,
and now on the depressing news.
yes, your dreams are dying. I wonder why MLG's pulling away from fighting games. Weren't they getting like good numbers with Mortal Kombat?
You know, I don't know. Maybe I guess it wasn't enough. Is the only thing I can figure. Like, I mean, yeah, Mortal Kombat was getting pretty solid numbers, but perhaps it wasn't the right numbers. I don't know.
Maybe it's because they couldn't get a hold of Capcom.
There could be
The
that.
one that got away.
No, actually, the one that got away.
They can't pull on that 1,500 Marvel numbers or anything like that, which I'm sure they would be more than happy to have.
Well, I think they wanted Capcom because, like everybody wants Marvel because it's just like, hey, this is already popular. We don't have to do anything except hit the stream button, you know?
Yeah.
And it's the least amount of involvement, least amount of work involved. You don't have to advertise it because people are just gonna be like, yo, Marvel's playing and it's got pretty good quality. And some guys that I like that are commentating, and Hanzo Gonzo's there and he's getting shit bought by some 8-year-old. It's just so easy, but and it seems like when they couldn't get it, they were just like, I guess we'll go at KOF and Mortal Kombat. See how that turns out. And then they were just like, you guys go over there. We're going to run some fucking RTSs.
It does feel like it was sort of, they treated because they weren't necessarily the fighting games they want, that MK, KOF were just kind of like treated as also rans. Which is, distressing, but the MK community definitely did its best to make the best of the situation. They came out in droves, and they supported, which is a lot more than I can say for the KOF community.
Mm-hmm.
And their amazing ability to stay at home and do not shit, except complain on Facebook. They do that. They're awesome at that.
Well,
Or get into petty arguments on Facebook. They do that too.
Hey, somebody still needs to do it, man. Like I remember back in the old SRK days, half of the time you might be looking at fighting game discussion, but for the most part, you were looking for the blow-ups between either players or people in the fucking general fucking discussion.
Yeah, but that's the problem with Facebook is that those blow-ups on SRK between some guys like, no, I think your Takuma's butt ass, my Kensuo's gonna blow you out the water 5-0. It was there for everyone to see. And we all got a good laugh of it, and we can make a money match out of it or whatever.
Right.
Now it's all on Facebook, so if you're not friends with, Guy X and Johnny Donuts, you can't look at it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't chime in, you can't enjoy it, and the next thing you know, when this thing comes up a year later and you got to point out that these two guys hated each other and they're still backstabbing each other, but, you can't reference it anymore because both of them deleted the entire conversation off their timelines.
God
You just kind of left
damn,
in the water there.
Yeah. That exactly.
I don't, and it's honestly that the thing about SRK that worked was that you could sit and laugh at it from afar and not have to worry about being personally invested in it, which is the complete opposite of Facebook. And honestly, if two people are being idiots and arguing about something, I don't know that I want them on my friends list and on my timeline. Like, you guys are being idiots. Straight up, I don't need to see this.
I don't know, man. Like, I'm gonna name some names here. Abe versus Oscar was pretty awesome.
I didn't even see this.
You didn't see that? That was like the best shit where Abe lit him up, and like everybody was kind of like, "Is this a joke? Is this a drill?" So I mean,
it's not a drill.
It's not a drill. This guy is going in on this other guy, and it's real shit. And you know, we're not gonna delete it. Some people may delete their comments, but you know, like I don't know, it's not that big of a deal to me. Like, cause like I already, I mean, if you saw it, then you know what happened, and you see these people be nice to each other later on, either being businessmen or just being fake as fuck because they're afraid to fight each other or something. I don't know. But
I don't know. I think the problem with Facebook is that it used to fighting games are more about you just knowing each other. Like, there's a lot of people who are just acquaintances and you all play the same games and you don't mind playing with each other because you've seen each other enough.
right.
But there's a certain intimacy level in Facebook that I don't really want to get to with a lot of these guys. We don't know each other. We have no similar interests other than fighting games. You probably beat women or try or something like that. And I don't want any part of that.
You're gonna get the stuff where it's like, oh, you know, this guy plays fighting games. I'm gonna add him. Gets repeated daily updates about why banning guns or gun control is a bad idea. Statistics about how 9 out of 5 households are assaulted by black bears that you know for a fact cannot be killed by a standard .22 handgun. You need at least a high-powered assault rifle with an extended clip. It's like I don't want to see that guy in my Facebook, man. I'm not about that.
Yeah.
What about that story of that guy that killed a bear with just like a pocket knife? That dude was hardcore.
That guy's my hero.
Yeah, seriously, holy shit. Oh my god, man, that's pretty bad. And that kind of like, you know, I think that causes the scene to suffer too, because then when people don't really want to talk to each other through anything, then you know nothing really gets done. You know, I've definitely sort of pulled back my interactions with certain members of the community because you know it's just a pain in the ass, right? You know.
Well, it's hard too for new people to come in. It used to be, you know, you find out about competitive fighting games. You go on a forum like Shoryuken. You find your area.
Mm-hmm.
You just post up, hey, I live in X town. Is there anybody here who plays games? How do you find people now? You just like search on Facebook and hope that there's a Facebook group for your area? You can't just randomly find people. Like, I know you by name, person I've never met before. It doesn't happen.
No, it really doesn't. And, you know, well, I don't want to bring this into the death of arcades because that's just going to make me upset.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing is, I don't even think that matters in this conversation simply because we still have SRK.
Yeah.
Like, when, you know, it's like you still had a place where people could meet, even if it was just on a forum, that people could meet and try to find out about games and talk about games. But now it's gone to like this super personal space, and maybe that's not true for everybody. Maybe a lot of people monitor their Facebook to where they don't put anything personal on it. But I do. And my Facebook is basically my personal space for me and my old friends who I don't live next to anymore. That's what I use it for. I keep up with people. I don't want to keep up with the fighting game community who I see every week. I can do that on Twitter or SRK. It's pretty simple to me.
Yeah, like finding people is really awkward if you're trying to do it on Facebook because it's like, hey guy, I've only known as Lord Walkman. I figured out your real name and I narrowed it down to what city you live in.
Oh shit! No, you don't understand, dude. I've had that shit happen to me so many times where like people were just like, because I changed my name on Facebook, right? And I get people randomly messaging me saying, "Hey, Mr. Fields," and I'm like, "The fuck?"
You're like, do I know you?
Yeah. Hold on. Come a little closer. I'll fucking stab you in the throat. You know. Like I don't know these guys, right? And they just like they know my name and they know what I do, and that's cool. But and then they wanna talk about stuff I can't really discuss, and they want to be friends, and I'm kind of like, I don't know. Like, I feel like a dick for that, though. I feel like I should answer everybody's questions.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. Is that what's funny about that is it used to be, if you didn't know anybody really that well, you'd just be like, oh, yeah, just post up on SRK. Now when you have to be like, yo, just hit me up on Twitter, you kind of feel like a dick. It's like, yeah, I've relegated you to Twitter, but that's what I'm going to do because I don't know you that well, so you're not getting on Facebook.
Exactly, and I'm always afraid of going to run into that one guy who's just like, oh, I got to hit you on Twitter, huh? What do? You just play video games, huh? You fucking big shit motherfucker. I don't want to have to deal with that shit. So
it just sounds like you're trying to increase your follower count. It's like, yeah, just follow me on Twitter, dude. I'm trying to get certified here.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe one day I'll be verified.
Like, yo, like me on Facebook, check out my personal stream, and check out all my fly gear at AGE, shit like that.
Use the code AGE Hellpockets to get 15% off.
Get 15% off these nuts.
Or if you really love AGE, just use AGE Walkman and pay 15% more.
For Walkman Pocket.
He's like, I really want a hot dog.
They're not that expensive, I promise.
Oh my god. But yeah, so it's getting rough to kind of maintain stuff like this, and I think that's what KOF, at least in NorCal's problem, was that the player base in general outside of Capcom games was non-existent. We had anime community, and for the most part, those guys kept the flag flying, no pun intended, for for Guilty Gear and whatnot. But when people started talking about KOF, they were just people were just kind of thinking, who the hell's going to play this? Who the hell is going to bring up the freaking who's going to wave the banner for KOF in NorCal? And nobody up here really played it, so it literally became everybody's side bitch. Sorry.
I feel like it does become a problem of proximity, whereas sometimes you will become friends over a long period of time once you played with a bunch of guys. Like, you start out as just acquaintances, you play the same games, maybe over time you become friends. But now there is this almost assumption that, hey, we play the same game, we're friends now.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that. And the Facebook thing only reinforces that. Hey, it's like, we're friends on Facebook, we must be cool. It's like, no, I don't know you like that. And I'm not really sure how secure I am with letting you into my house.
Yep.
Because I've definitely had people walk off with shit from my place.
Yeah. That's the worst.
Exactly.
And honestly, it's kind of made me reticent toward inviting people who I don't know over anymore. I'm like, yeah, I don't really want to do that anymore.
And
so now I just kind of invite people who I know over.
Which is fair.
Yeah. And I mean, that sucks, but that's the same thing. It's just like when we don't have a common area to talk about to get together to play games, it's a problem.
Right.
Like, we shouldn't be talking about games on my profile. We should be talking about games on a website for games.
Because there's like a bunch of people who are just going to look at this and be like, what the fuck are they talking about? And why is this on his wall? And, he's using all these words that sound dirty, and I don't know if I want to associate with this guy anymore because, you just fuck up all sorts of relationships.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I mean, there are definitely people I've removed from Facebook because I start seeing the stuff they post, and I'm like, holy shit, we have nothing in common.
Like, you think Huajai doesn't need to be nerfed? You must be one of those 1%ers.
Wow.
Oh my god. Anyway, I don't want to bitch too much about how bad the social media network is ruining the fighting game community. I mean,
well, I hope you all enjoy my update tonight about how much I love bolt action rifles.
Oh yeah.
Action? Is that like a bolt? Is that a bolt?
Yeah, bolt action, dude.
Uh-huh.
Bolt.
These are made in it's like a malt action rifle. It shoots milk.
Wait, do these come from the Baltic Sea?
There you go. That's where it's made.
All right.
Oh, okay. So, right.
So what's the action that makes it Baltic?
Gibby? That's your people, right?
Yeah, my people are the Baltic people.
Excellent. What do the Baltic people do?
I can't really talk about it because it's very anti-Semitic.
Alright.
Let's just moving on.
Oh man, that was so close. I was like, don't say it, man.
That's why Baltic Avenue on Monopoly is worth only $60.
God, it's all coming together now. We've learned something today. He's gonna write this down. Don't buy Baltic Avenue. Supports oppression. There we go.
I'm more about St. Charles Place.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, the light purples. The light purples are where it's at.
Oh,
Yeah.
Them corner
Everybody
properties,
lands on
man.
those all the time.
There's a card that makes you go to St. Charles Place. You got a hotel on that. This free money.
Yo, see,
Stack-
my dude Walkman knows what's up with this Monopoly strat.
Nah, man.
Did you know that you're more likely to land on things closer to free parking than anywhere else? Yo, I'm in there.
Jeff, you know Monopoly strats. What the hell?
Yeah, I actually do. Because I always thrash all my friends and they get mad and they call me a cheater, even though I make them like really one-sided deals and still end up winning. Like, for them. I'll be like, yeah, I'll give you a Monopoly if you give me these two properties. Oh, okay, dumbass. And then they get swept. And it's like, well, whatever. You played
Jesus Christ, man.
Anyone cocky about Monopoly in my entire life.
You know,
Just like, I'll take on all comers. All of you.
shit right now.
That's why I'm in marketing, okay, guys?
An education well spent.
Yes.
All right, Walkman, follow me here. First
Oh,
to three.
time out is Ramic. Bam!
Ooh.
Oh, what do you do? I wasn't paying attention to the chat.
He said the JB name.
Oh man, there's an embargo on that?
He's all.
There
Is
was.
this the JB and Friends podcast? Nope. You can go. You're a cool dude, but don't choke.
Oh, that was good. I like that.
Oh my god.
You know.
See, what I was gonna say is I'm not feeling Walkman right now. I'm telling you, we could do a first three on this Yahoo Monopoly or whatever the hell website lets you play it for free online, and I will bop you.
You know, that could happen. I never claimed to be good, that great, but I always end up winning like 80% of the time, so, you know, come at me.
No, it's better to be lucky than good, dude. And out.
Oh shit, man, this is like, fucking. You've been playing Yomi too much. You think it applies to everything?
Just gotta be on the up and up on those mind games. The only way I usually lose, too, is that if the rest of the people I play with, all my friends tunnel against me where they pool everything onto one guy, like their lucky horse.
Wow, that sounded so awkward.
I still win about half the time when that happens, but it's hard.
So you only
Right
lose
now.
when they tunnel you.
They just give everything to one guy, like all their properties, all their money.
Oh shit, that's
Yeah.
fucking scumbag.
Yeah. It becomes an oligopoly, more or less.
So you have all the facts in your favor. So I'm going to let you know, statistically speaking, I win 100% of the time, 70% of the time.
Dang, that's pretty good. I'm not sure if I can combat that.
I'm not sure if those numbers make sense.
No, it's true. He wins 100% of the time, 70% of the time. So whenever the
Yes.
70% time he wins 100%. There's no winning any less.
It's true.
Okay.
Well played, Alex.
I don't know why, but somebody, as Ramek said, the word Smash players inside the chat, and so for some reason I decided to come up with this little game real quick. Probably take us out the last 20 minutes of the show, but
Well, what about the question that we got asked that I put in the chat?
where is it?
Look in the Skype chat.
Look in the Skype chat.
Hell Pockets can't read.
I know he can't read.
Oh, this thing right here. What are the pros and cons? Is that a serious question? I honestly can't tell from this guy.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like there's a joke anywhere there.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm trying to smell it for like sarcasm. What are the pros and cons of King Hua Takuma or King Ralph Hua? Signed, Hanzo Gonzo. I don't play any of those characters.
Just pros and cons. So
You got Hua in there, so there's a pro right there.
Well, I guess
All right,
I'm
that was
saying,
very
what-
specific.
Basically,
Yeah.
which team would you pick and why? How about that?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go with that. Who wants to go first?
I would remove King altogether and just take the Hua Ralph Takuma approach. But I mean, from what King is, seems pretty decent for now. I mean, you put her on front and just kind of try and pick people off, zoning and whatnot to take your fights. That's a benefit, but she really doesn't have much, like we talked about last week.
Yeah, but everybody loses to her for free.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe that will eventually stop being a thing, but at this point, I think everybody should pick King.
Yeah, just go for it. Like, if they're not going to learn how to play the game, just take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Basically, just completely take advantage of everyone you play in this game because so many people don't know. There's still so many characters that are not played in the States at all.
Yeah.
That you can pretty much almost win tournaments just taking advantage of people and what they don't know. King is a great example of it.
Yeah. Or mature. There's one mature player that plays at a competitive level.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's poorly.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
honestly, if Hans was talking about mostly just playing locals up in NorCal, I would say King Ralph Hua. Just because I know nobody in NorCal plays Ralph worth a shit.
But they're ready for Takuma's jump blowback all the time. At least they should be.
well, to be fair, if it's up in NorCal, I mean, if someone like Hanzo, who I assume has pretty decent execution, can play Takuma, he could just,
One
just
touch
roll.
kill everybody.
Yeah, he could just roll on fools. Like it doesn't even
That's
matter.
true.
You can just blow them all up, become better than all the other people, and then be the face of NorCal KOF.
Oh, he's gonna replace Roger Dodger?
Not to mention he's white, and white people are great at this game, even though they don't play it.
Yeah.
And we're using that Warrock.
Given my execution, sir, I'm gonna say that we're not that good at it.
I know a couple
so-
of white people that are pretty decent.
That's
some.
racist.
a
Reverse
little racist. And
Walkman has a few white friends.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you-
hang out with white people from time to time. I'm not racist.
I've never seen one. If he's talking about Team Order, I mean, I would probably put Takuma up front, King second, and Hua last, of course.
No, I'd put King above Takuma. She's a great point character.
You think so?
Yeah,
she's probably one
I
of
would
the
always
best
start King.
With no meter, you can't deal with their fireballs most of the time, except for just stopping, and that's only character specific.
What if they play Shen or something?
I honestly would play. I would
Who put
honestly
Shen on point? I mean, it works, but you never really see it.
King, Hua, Takuma.
Yeah, that sounds weird.
The thing about that team is that King is going to beat people that are bad at the game. Hua is going to overpower people that don't know how to fight Hua, and Takuma is just a TOD character. So if you just learn how to hit people with Takuma, you've already won.
Yeah.
The other team's still pretty good, except Ralph actually demands a bit more knowledge of the game because he has a terrible wake-up game. And if you get pressured, it's kind of hard to break out of that.
Yeah.
Without just mashing EX gut punch.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You can do it about... This is the thing with EX Gut Punch. And there's a proven fact. If you do it more than once, you're going to hit. Okay? There are only...
What the fuck?
I've encountered 4 or 5 people who don't get hit by it. Out of, I'm not shitting you, maybe 80, 90 people that I've done it to. You do EX Gut Punch. Oh, hey, they blocked it. Do it again. They got hit.
Is EX Gut Punch plus? Or is it negative?
It's not plus, but it's pretty much safe on block.
Okay, so I mean, at least it's still a decent option.
But there's a
Yeah,
problem with
it's
it. You can be thrown out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like I've
Well-
mentioned it before, that anyone that knows what they're doing, especially if they have a character that has a command throw, can just meaty Ralph with any normal and buffer the command throw. And you just visually react to, hey, blue sparks on wake up, time to command throw him.
Yep.
It's not something that's hard to train yourself with. It makes Ralph's game really shitty because he has to resort to guesses every time he wakes up, where it's like, okay, I'm gonna backdash because I know they're gonna meaty, which resets the situation even though I take damage, or I can try something really stupid by thinking they're gonna jump the gut punch and just wake up with mash, Vulcan punch, or any number of ideas. But they're all kind of risky.
There's that
Comparatively,
there's that third option though.
yeah.
That block.
No,
No, never block, never block.
What are you trying to win here?
That's crazy. No, crazy.
The real third option is Wake Up Galactica Phantom.
Oh yeah. Make sure it's EXDM version 2 because it had some guard points as it starts flying out.
Yeah, you got to just let them know. Reel that punch back and deck them.
Check your tone, boy. You know, just shit like that.
Yep. You're being a little too sassy right now.
I think EX gut punch is a good horizontal reversal. Like if somebody's just sitting on you, like hitting jab or something, and just trying to make you do something, then you just take their jab and revert with the auto guard, and then hit them in the gut. That's good. Like with a lot of Joe and Hua players, like they'll just come up on you and just be like, poke, poke, poke. Maybe I'll do Dragon Tail, and you're just like, man, fuck this, and just gut them, man.
Yeah. Realistically, with Ralph, you don't want to get knocked down because you should be the aggressor in most situations.
Oh man, you just do instant top D like over and over again. Man, somebody was just like making somebody look stupid with that. I remember seeing a video, and it wasn't Sanchez. Somebody was just doing instant hop D, and like the guy was like dong 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 3 times.
4 in a row.
Finally stood up, got hit by a little B.
The perfect mix-up, dude.
Yes. So, he's definitely one of those characters who's like, you should always be moving forward. And
Yeah.
Lucky for
He
Ralph,
definitely demands more knowledge of the rest of the cast because you have a shitty wake-up game, so that means you need to know all their options while you're being assaulted. It's like, this is where they're going to jump, this is what I can anti-air with, because he has to resort to anti-air normals or anti-air ground pound or napalm punch or Ralph punch or whatever stupid name it has. So if you're just going in and learning the game, Ralph might be kind of hard.
Yeah.
Comparatively, playing Hua or King, which, King has a relatively shitty wake-up game too, but she has metered ones that act as almost real reversals. It's a little easier. And Hua just has a really good DP, or a decent DP.
Yeah, it's like, he has freaking 4 reversals, man. Like, with meter, he has grab, he has vertical DP. With Drink, he has the hard DP, which is invincible in startup, basically Tiger Kick. He has another one. Oh yeah, Sweep Slide.
Is his EXDM invincible as well? Like, can you catch people? I'm not so sure about
EXDM is also invincible, yes.
Yeah, so.
And it's super fast. So yeah, he's too fucking good. I used to hate that about Hua, where it's just like you forget he has a super grab, and so you're like just going in on him, and you do something that it could be safe on block if you did the if you jumped right afterwards, but you didn't, and you went for like a stand C, and he just fucking grabbed your shit, and you're like, oh, I forgot he could do that, and he was drunk, so I get that extra damage.
It's like, oh yeah, my spine.
Yeah. Oh, dude. So yeah, you just got to be careful for the most part. I mean, when's Hadzo Godzo even going to play KOF? What the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah, he's just asking a question.
Maybe
there could be
he's
other
actually
people.
just training to be another person who beats you.
Maybe he's asking for a friend, or this is
I mean-
information that anybody could use in their daily life.
Yes, that is true. That is good general information. I wish I could give like more general information, but I only play 3 characters, and it's just a lost cause.
When should you not press stand D on Kim, Chris?
When should you not press against him, or when you're using him?
When you're using him.
When you're using Kim and you want to use, like, you just feel like you have to use stand D. Always, make sure that they've blocked a couple low Bs at least, right? That's what I generally like to do. Maybe 1 or 2, walk forward, do stand D. Because you never want the far standing D after doing 2 low Bs. That's something that Reynold tried to teach me. Because when he first taught me some Kim gimmicks, basically, he was like, I just do stand B, or I do low B stand B, and then if they block it, I just do another far standing D, and then restart it, right? And then people started going low on people, right? Now, in NorCal, I'm still not getting punished the way I should be for that. Like, people are just, sweeping me or poking me out of it, and it doesn't really do much other than just, reset my chances of doing far standing D. But basically, you can get a full combo off of that, so step it up, NorCal. But there's something funny about Kim's close stand D is that, and I swear to God, this has to be a glitch or something, but like there's times where the system will read that he's within range of a close standing D, and they'll be standing up, and you hit it, and it just whiffs. And there's a lot of recoil on that move, so they kind of just, it's like you just gave up the booty, man.
That's strange.
It is weird. Like, it's happened to me several times. Like, you see it in tournament all the time where I'm just like, I want to, like, give him something to think about, so I hit D, and it just whiffs, and I'm like, oh, well, that's not good.
Maybe you're just bad with Kim.
No, it's like, how the hell can anybody be prepared for that?
Maybe the fact that it's, a 3-frame normal that anti-airs and can be made into a throw option select, or you accidentally get the far one and then it becomes a hit confirm. Maybe you don't know how to use a tool.
No, I know how to use a tool, but I'm just saying, like, why would they make it so that the system won't read when he's actually in range of it or not? Why change the animation if he's not in range?
You mad?
Yes, that sucks, man. Well, yeah. Other than that, you should always do far ascending. Nah, don't do it. My new philosophy is, if you're gonna come in with Kim and you have meter, just jump and do EX on Gachuzan. They're not gonna do anything about it. They might press a button and get hit. That's about it.
And if they block, it's safe.
Yeah, it's safe. Just do it again.
No, so you do air EX and then you do ground EX. But the thing is, ground EX isn't safe and it's not invincible. Or it's safe, but it's not invincible.
Right. Well, they're not gonna hit a button after air EX. They're gonna be like, oh my god.
Not true. You've done that to me several times. You do air EX.
Well, you know that I do it.
Out of that shit because you're a dumbass.
You know I do it.
Don't do the ground EX, just backdash and do another one, or Tiger Knee.
Well, the problem with that is if you do the backdash and you're playing somebody like Shen, he's just gonna super punch you.
But you do air EX.
You do instant air EX.
Oh,
Yeah.
you mean like
Cannot do
TK it?
shit to you.
I mean, you should know how to do IADs, right? You can Tiger Knee stuff, right?
Oh yeah, I can do that shit.
I doubt it.
I don't know.
Man, fuck you! I invented freaking
You're always
TK
doing those ground
Hangetsuzan.
air EX Hangetsuzans, man.
I freaking invented TK Hangetsuzan.
Wait, why are you even doing the TK motion when you can just do backdash cancel?
Well, I'm
Yeah,
just
but
saying,
the
it's for
thing,
styling on people, man. And it's also it does have its merits. There's several ways to actually use D version of Air Hangetsuzan in a way where your opponent probably won't react to it. One of my favorite ways is knocking them down in the corner, then bouncing off the wall, and then once he hits the wall, any move he can cancel the jump with any move, basically, right? So you can do dive kick or you can do D Hangetsuzan. You basically get a free overhead. You just do it. They're probably like, "What the hell?" And then you just come in with that D Hangetsuzan, and they're down again. You set up a safe jump. If they block it, then you do another D Hangetsuzan because they thought you were going to go low after getting hit by the blocking at jump A. It gets really nasty in there.
Says the guy who loses all the time.
Man, I thought we just talked about this.
I don't know. I honestly just felt like getting
Wait, so Chris, can you tell me how to do instant backdash air Hangetsuzan?
Instant backdash air Hangetsuzan.
Like,
Oh,
I don't
we
even
have
want to
a-
see animation jumping.
We have best mature NA.
Wait, why
Here,
would you do
we're
that?
What's the motion, Chris?
Well, the way I like to do it is just do backdash and then do freaking Tatsu.
Like a commoner. The gentleman way to do it is to do quarter circle back, then hit back one more time, and then hit the buttons, and it'll get it for you instantly
Yeah,
and give you backwards momentum for certain moves.
But that utilizes the freaking wonky buffering system in this game, where if you wait too long, you won't get anything, and you just backdash into a free combo.
Well, if you wait exactly the right amount, like a good player would, you'll never screw it up.
Not everybody's gonna wait the same amount every time. Somebody's gonna fuck up at least once, and if you do, you're just gonna be like, man, I probably should have just done it the tried and true way. There's no downside to doing it the other way.
No, Chris, not even once. Not even once.
There's no downside to just doing back Tatsu.
Yeah, you won't do it as close to the ground.
If you wait for the arc to end, yeah, you will. Because then I actually like to do it that way. Because then if they
Then
see
you
me
get
go,
it later.
well, you get it later, and then they like to do dumb shit like, I'm gonna do like fucking burn knuckle or some shit, something that pushes me forward, and you're pretty much close to the ground, and you just do it then, and you get the same height, and you've actually baited them into trying to punish in your backdash. That's how I do it.
I don't know. I don't know if I buy this.
You're not really convincing me, Chris.
Pocket strategy is not gonna.
Fine, I'll use it on you, okay?
Here, give me in the background. He's just like, how pocket strategy not gonna work.
You go ahead and try your Wake Up Galactic Phantom on my backdash, and we'll see who wins with my.
I
EX.
actually
Well,
hit you with
it's gonna work because if you're doing it slow, I get to react and charge it.
If you charge it, then I'm just gonna land and block.
Not when I'm punching you.
You won't be punching me. You're you're charging, you can't charge and punch at the same time. This is not Mr. Sanchez's KOF neighborhood.
Listen. You want a theory fighter me? I played 3S. I parry everything in my mind. You're not winning.
Oh, wait, hold on. Does this mean that Sanchez is playing Chris for money at NorCal?
Isn't that already happening?
Yeah, it's already happening.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Yeah.
Kind of like get him into 2 money matches with Sanchez. We're
We're gonna have the second money match because he forgot about the.
No,
first
we're just gonna have a lab report where we're just like, who won this argument?
Oh no, we're gonna have you read a book report the week after that at NCR where it's like just this weekend I learned Galactica Phantom punches me in the air and I thought it was fun until I lost $100.
Well, anyway, we're almost out of here. I think there's a Why Me Dojo's happening tonight, right? Actually on this channel. Well, actually, no, it's not on this channel. It's let's see. Vdon wanted me to give a shout out to somebody.
No.
Okay, no. Sorry, Vdon.
Jesus.
I like that. No.
Okay, look, I don't listen. Is he on the show? No. You don't give. Oh, hey, some guy just asked me to give a shout. No, Vdon, kiss my ass. Okay.
Wow.
What was I gonna say? So anyway, coming up NCR, we got good friend of the show, Four Leaf. He actually has a challenge for one CJ Soulstar and anyone else in NorCal for King of Fighters 11.
How does anybody gonna practice that shit, man?
I'm pretty sure they still have it. Soulstar definitely told me at SCR that he's still good at the game. He didn't say anything about still playing it. He said he's good. Now, Four Leaf doesn't play the game much himself either. All he does is play Final Fantasy, what?
11.
14? No, I'll say 14. That's the newest one. I don't know.
He doesn't play 14, I'm sure of it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so he reads books and he plays MMOs. He doesn't practice. He doesn't even practice KOF 13, and I hate him for that. Oh, yeah, he does play 14. So, yeah, he's sending a challenge to all in NorCal. He's going to be at NCR for sure. Money match him for whatever amount of money you want, I guess.
Because taking on all comers.
Yeah. And, of course, I have the same challenge in Mark of the Wolves, but no one's going to take it. Because y'all some...
I thought you said Tyram said he was going to take it.
No, I said Tyram would take it. I didn't say he is. You're the one who told me Tyram.
Hey, I already did my time. I paid my dues. Leave me alone.
No, you didn't.
Leave me alone.
So, yeah, if anyone at NCR wants to play 4-Leaf King of Fighters 11, just let us know. Because this guy apparently doesn't... He's too good for Twitter and he's too good for Facebook. So there's no way to get in touch with him.
Dude, like...
To be fair, he was too good for having a cell phone for a couple of weeks there.
I gotta respect that. I hated Twitter and Facebook too, to the point where I didn't have it, and then now I have one, and I don't utilize them nearly as much as other people do.
He's just trying to be cool, like, yo, man, I live in the 90s.
See, there he is. He still doesn't have a phone.
Damn. He's on some high-level mind game shit right now.
Damn. Well, I mean, shit, dude. Like, he does practice, because he played, like, a couple weeks ago. That's, like, 80 times more practice than anybody in NorCal has had in the game.
You hasn't been playing 11?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
He played 11 with DJ Mirror.
Did he?
Yeah. They were bragging to me about it. I'm like, wow, who the hell has the material to still freaking practice that game?
Let me just say this.
Look, I could play 11 right now.
Who you said he played it with? Who? DJ Mirror?
I'm not saying it was worthwhile practice. It was probably quite the opposite. But the point is, he got a chance to touch the game.
Okay. Well, point is, you guys have, what, a month and a half? What, 2 months, actually, to practice. Because at the end of April, you have about 2 months to get your boys ready.
What do you mean, my boys? This has nothing to do with me, man. Fuck it, I'm moving to Vegas.
And you wear that Ram Nation shirt. Ram Nation is your boy.
Oh, my God, damn it.
Why you want to move to Vegas? So you can be the worst player there?
I'm pretty
Oh, God. Oh, my God. No, I think that'll be a sick match. That'll be a lot of fun to set up and watch and stream or record.
I hope that actually happens. I really don't. I haven't seen a lot of 11 in a long time, so
yeah. And I do want to see it, just mainly for the shit talking, because I know there's going to be a lot of shit talking. It's going to be more fun to watch than what you and I did at SCR, Chris. And like I'm serious when I say this. It'll be more fun to watch.
What do you mean I said I played 11? I did.
Huh?
There's people. Nah, never mind. Sanchez trying to blow me up in chat. Fuck you, man.
You definitely have gone on record saying you used to play 11.
Yeah, you did.
I did. I don't see why this is like up for debate. Why my status at 11 is up for debate.
We're not saying anything about your status at 11. We're just saying you said you used to play it.
I did used to play it. Yeah,
There you
SF
go.
State.
Also, yeah, I'm gonna pour some arcade shot crap out.
All right.
Randall's got his own shirt. Go buy it. Show a picture, Hell Pockets.
Oh yeah, dude. Let me find that. You got that? You got that link, son?
Yeah.
Give me the link. Give me the link.
I was about to say most professional. Gibby's
Yeah.
like, show the link. Wait, we don't have it. Oh.
I like the sound of them searching for the link. Sounded like somebody started kicking some cans around.
Empty warehouse.
It's in the chat, Chris.
All right, cool.
I think Randall told me to, if you don't buy a shirt, then fuck you. Something like that.
Then go fuck yourself. Also, I would like to put this Iron Pockets character on notice. Stop tweeting me. I don't think you're funny. You're actually hurting people's feelings.
Namely, Hell Pockets is.
Shut up. So yeah, if you see that guy, kill him on sight. Oh shit, that's the old splash screen.
A little bit.
Hey man, who's that guy wearing that shirt?
I'm actually slightly aroused looking at that guy.
Ew.
Oh, hey, the old one. Yeah, so check it out. If you do want the shirt, it's on arcadeshock.com. I think it's like $30.
That sounds right.
It's a cool shirt.
Yeah, people like it so far. The way it was printed out on the shirt actually feels really nice too. So it surprised me. I didn't think it'd come out this good.
It's good on your chest hair. You're feeling like, all groomed and stuff.
I feel nothing on my chest, oddly enough. That's what surprises me. I thought I would, but I don't.
That is strange.
But anything else?
Oh no! Other than are we exceeding time limit because are we infringing on Ultra Ditchin's time or what?
I don't know.
Are they having a show?
Probably.
I assume so.
Oh yeah, they're having a show.
Oh well, okay, whatever.
Yeah. So just go check out Ultra Chin. Right when we cut off,
Yes.
they're talking about stuff and things.
Mostly things.
Yes.
Only a little bit of stuff.
I see.
Logo contest. Jesus Christ! You guys want to talk about a logo contest now? We gave you 6 months.
Yeah. There was like, what?
Nobody said anything in. There's your result.
Yeah.
We suck. We are shit. Not
That was
on,
a
guys.
little bit dramatic, I would say.
I was upset by that. I expected at least 1 or 2 entries.
It feels like they're less our fans, but they're more like people at the zoo just watching us.
That's racist.
I guess it is, when you think about it.
Oh man.
Okay.
Well, anyway,
Oh,
I think we're going to get out of here because I think we're out of stuff to talk about.
Yes, we are. We've been out of stuff for like the last 30 minutes. All right, send us home, man.
Alright, well, for all the guys at Super Desperation Radio, this is Super FX, and good night and good luck.